everybody, that was Schindler's List. I wanted to do a separate review for this one, you know, because this is a movie that deserves that, and it's like really powerful. Like how I said earlier, you know, I apologize for anything that I've said that might have offended people. You know, I know this is a very sensitive topic. This is a very sensitive topic when it comes to the Holocaust. And I'm, like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody, you know, and like I apologize for my ignorance when it comes to this incident that happened. You know, it's just so tragic. My God, this movie left me speechless almost throughout the whole film. Like I couldn't really put a lot of commentary in it. Like it impacted me a lot. Like I haven't really seen a lot of Holocaust movies. You know, this is like the third one that I've seen, besides like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas and Jojo Rabbit. Like this was a masterpiece of a movie. Like Ralph Fiennes, he did amazing in this film. Like his performance was definitely Oscar worthy. I hope he got some recognition for this movie, like maybe a Golden Globe or something. Liam Neeson did amazing in this movie as well. Like everybody did so well, and that ending right there was one of the most powerful endings I've seen, because that was definitely a way to end a movie with like Liam Neeson. He freaking killed it in that last shot, and the ending where they actually had the people who were really there with the actors and giving their thanks and a tribute to Oscar Schindler. That was absolutely beautiful. And just like how I said with Tombstone, I did not know that this was based on a true story. All right, so there's like two main reasons why I wanted to do a separate video. Like I just mentioned it earlier, like this movie pretty much deserves a separate video for a review. And also I wanted to read up on some of the history when it comes to the Holocaust and Oscar Schindler himself. So that's pretty much what I did. You know, like I took like a good 2 hours after I watched this movie, and I just read a lot of articles and, you know, seen a couple videos and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna say that I know everything. Like I still am, you know, ignorant when it comes to the situation that happened with the Holocaust and stuff. Like I didn't read everything, I didn't watch every video and all that stuff. I'm not some historian or professor or something like that, but I just wanted to make sure that I paid the right respects to this film and to the topic at hand. It really is just amazing to me how Adolf Hitler came into power. Like it's real fucked up how that whole situation happened. And pretty much I read a little bit about him. I don't know exactly the main reasons why he specifically did not like Jewish people the most. I know he didn't like a whole array of people when it comes to like their races and stuff, but it was just like the Jewish people were like his main focus. And I don't know the main reason. Like I read some type of article, but I'm not gonna say exactly what they said, because you know you can't believe everything on the internet. But like if that is the reason why he chose, you know, Jewish people as his main focus, that is very fucked up and like really petty as fuck. Because the shit that I read, it was just like, wow, that's some childish ass shit. But the way the whole Holocaust like went about was just so messed up. Like after, you know, Adolf Hitler pretty much took over the government, really, or the Nazi party, I should say, took over the government pretty much. And just how they just took over Poland too as well is just real fucked up. Like I don't know like in whose mind could actually have that thought process and actually do the things that he's doing and not have it affect him at all. Like that's how you know that he probably grew up with some type of mental disability or some type of mental illness, something, for him to do that to that many people and not have any remorse whatsoever. I did more research with Oscar Schindler himself rather than the whole Holocaust incident. read a few articles and stuff that pretty much went about his whole life, really, and he had a very interesting life. Pretty much it seemed like he had that type of mentality that he just wanted to be his own boss, really. He always wanted to start his own business, and he started his own business like a lot. You know, there's so many attempts that he made that pretty much most of them were failures, but you know, you gotta try, you know, that's what it's all about, you know, and failure makes you better, and that pretty much is what it did with him. And one of the things I found out about Oskar Schindler is that he was pretty much doing something with the Nazi party that got him charged for like espionage with the Czechoslovakia, if I'm saying that right. Where I don't know if he was like some type of spy or something, but you know, he was caught doing something like that, and they were actually gonna sentence him to death, but he got pardoned. And I'm like, wow, that's actually amazing that he got pardoned, and that's a good thing that he got pardoned, because in turn, him pretty much, you know, being that close to death, but then that's when him not getting killed, but then him in turn saving 1,200 lives is just amazing. And that's something right there that just inspired me a whole lot more, knowing something like that. Somebody almost died, and in turn of them not dying, they end up saving lives. Like, that is amazing, you know? And I like really appreciate knowing this story and doing the research right here. And like, this is a movie that people need to watch, pretty much. This is a movie pretty much just like American History X, where it's like really disturbing. I only want to see pretty much like one time or maybe two times, and then that's it. But I want to learn about the history. Like, the thing about American History X, like, I want to learn a little bit more about, you know, the history when it comes to racism and, you know, different looks of life and perspectives as a whole. And with this one right here, I want to learn a lot more about, you know, the Jewish people and the Nazi party and the Holocaust and stuff like that, just so I can pretty much gain my knowledge and better myself as a human being, and to know the other side stories that happened when it comes to the Holocaust alongside with Oskar Schindler that are absolutely amazing, that you never would have found out about otherwise. Because I know there's a lot of stuff that, you know, the world likes to keep under wraps, that a lot of people have done that's like very inspirational, you know. This movie right here was just amazing, and I'm so happy that I finally got to watch it. Steven Spielberg, he is just a master when it comes to directing. The shots that he were putting forward, just showing off the tragedy of what was happening, wasn't holding anything back. And the performances that he got out of those actors were amazing. Like, I really enjoyed the dialogue. Like, John Williams with another amazing score. Like, he is also a master when it comes to composing scores for film. Like, the lighting was amazing in this movie. Even though it was only black and white, you could still see certain shots where the lighting was looking nice. I think I love the fact that he chose to go black and white instead of doing color, because black and white added a whole lot more authenticity to the movie, and you know, it made it more tragic just seeing that, because it made it seem like you was watching a documentary or something. Another thing, I just don't understand how us as humans, when it comes to war or survival or something, we just turn into these animals or something, and we commit these tragedies to each other. Like, why can't we just love each other? Why can't we just try more love? Like, this is probably one of the greatest true stories I have ever seen, that a man like this, who was very selfish and only cared about making money, grew into a man that wanted to save lives. That is beautiful. Like, I just wish more people in the world were like that. He used his resources in a way that barely anybody in the world would do. Like, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video, you know. Just, you know, please like the video, share, comment down below, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links will be in the description. I'll give this movie a 9.6 out of 10. Uh, yeah, I'm like really a loss for words right here now. I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.